You ready? Notes ready?
Welcome to the ITN news.
More like welcome to Clean Coach Katie's YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's taking a piss.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Katie and I'm joined today by...
James.
Well done. Welcome to my channel, not our channel. And today we are going to be doing a shoe, well, also joined by one of the cats, but we're going to be doing a shoe review. Now, I haven't done one of these before on my channel. James watches a lot of shoe reviews and he, to be honest, knows a lot more than what I do. I just go on what he tells me.
Pink's faster, yeah?
Yeah, well, do you remember like about a week and a half ago we were out for a run and there was that little boy and he's like, oh, that man's got pink shoes on. And then I turned around like, he's borrowed mine. Family loved it. So just to give a bit of a background in terms of like my shoe journey, I first started off in, I think, Asics, then I moved over to Saucony, I think then...
Yep.
And then I transferred to New Balance, and that's kind of what I've predominantly been training in, whereas now recently James has introduced me to Nikes and I've actually got on okay with them. I used to pronate, my feet used to roll in, but now down to just how your gait changes over time and some of the strength work I've been doing, I now have a more neutral gait. So I am quite fortunate that I've been able to pick some different shoes. But anyway, to get onto it, you've probably guessed by the title already, today we are going to be talking about the Infinity Reacts. We shouldn't really show yours because yours, oh, they're not too bad actually in the camera. But yeah, these are the Infinity Reacts, and oh, they smell. And then
I actually train in mine, unlike you.
I do, and the Next Percent, or what are they? What's the official?
Nike VaporFly Next.
Nike VaporFly. Can't even say it. Nike.
Easy for some. Nike
VaporFly Next Percent. So shall we do one shoe at a time?
Makes sense.
Okay, so let's start off with the Infinity React. So these are like the newer shoe.
Yep.
They're probably, how long do they come out?
Ooh, probably 2 months now, maybe.
2 months.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
February-ish.
And we got them pretty soon.
Yeah, we got them an early release as a Nike member.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk. First of all, we're going to talk about the look.
So for me, as running shoes go, it's a pretty sexy shoe.
Sexy. A sexy shoe.
No, I mean, my one's quite dirty now, but you know, Nike done the advertising quite well. They advertise them as a dirty shoe. So, you know, nice look, nice accents, nice colours. You could wear it not running, and you wouldn't think you look like a clumpy running shoe wearing kind of guy. Yeah,
no, they're definitely, in terms of like look, I definitely feel like that is something that I could wear day to day. Like if I was to wear some of my previous shoes, I'd just class them as running trainers and I wouldn't wear them outside the house. The only difference, we got the same ones, but in the male and female, the only difference, the light's a bit bright, but there's pink and then there's it's grey here. But now
there's several other colourways out now, but to be honest, I still prefer this colour, but it's not great for true training. Yeah, well, I've tried to clean them a little bit, but yeah, because they're white, they have been getting a bit dirty. So that's the look. Now let's talk about what they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're a daily use shoe. So this is your everyday, easy go-to, grab out the box, go for a run shoe. You could do some tempo work or intervals in it. It's not going to feel as light or as nimble as some of the other stuff, but it's comfortable.
Where's the sizing? I'm just checking what size they are.
So for me, Nikes, I'm a size 10. Every Nike I buy, I'm a 10. These are true to size. So for me, I pretty much know where I'm at. Like Adidas or New Balance, I'm up half a size. I'm 10.5. Nike, 10. So I'm guessing other people will roughly know what they are. So true to size, they're good.
Yeah, so normally in normal shoes I'm a 6, but in Nikes I've been wearing a 7 and they feel perfect for me in terms of size.
So their main sort of selling point of this shoe is it's injury proof.
now. But a client asked me about my thoughts on them, and they said about that they pronate. Now, despite it being an injury shoe, it is actually designed for a neutral gait.
Yeah, so Nike have designed it. It's sort of come on from the first React series, and it's like a hybrid of the Structure series, which was a supportive shoe for an overpronator. So as much as it is a neutral shoe, it has this clip along the back here. Sorry, my finger did go around with it. And that's supposed to sort of correct your heel and correct your footing. You've also got 24% more React foam than in the previous React shoe, which is Nike's softy, spongy. It's not the lightest foam they've got. Obviously, that goes on in the higher models, but it's good. It's basically, if you're going to run your everyday miles, you're going to land pretty comfortably. You're going to get a bit of correction, and you're well supported. There's also quite a wide forefoot.
Yeah.
So it's allowing your foot to sort of move out. Your toes are like spray with it. So they're claiming injury proof. Obviously, that's a big, bold statement. But what they're doing is giving you a massive protective bubble here to run naturally and safely, I guess.
Yeah, that's the only thing is like, because they like Nike do their marketing so well, and I'm very skeptical of like said marketing. So like when James has been presenting me with different shoes in the past, I'm always like, I'm just a bit unsure on it. But in terms of the actual shoe, I think it's great. I found that it was quite sturdy, and they felt quite big to start off with because of how like big they are, because they've got like this huge depth here, very wide. Yeah. But actually, since I've been wearing,
so a 30mm stack at the back and a 22mm stack at the front, which gives you an 8mm drop. So once again, that's pretty neutral. So your foot's got a little dip on it.
So for me, because of that, now that I put them on and they feel like gloves now. I don't even think about them when I'm running in them. So I do really enjoy them.
Sort of rocker shape to them. So I don't know if you can really see that, but so sort of with the landing, it naturally rolls forward. So if you're striking towards the back or the midfoot, which let's be honest, on a slower run, you're going to be midfoot or heel striking. Like it's very rare you're going to be here when you're chilling out. So it's going to give you that sort of natural roll motion.
Okay, so wear and tear.
So my shoes have done 223 miles now.
Did you get that from Strava?
Got that from Strava. It was 216 when I made my notes earlier, but I ran 7 miles this afternoon in them. We can see there the sort of toe area. Got quite a bit of wear on the rubber, but you know, you're toeing off there. That's what I'd kind of expect. I've got a bit of wear towards the back, but essentially, unless I decided I wanted to go and start running on marble or ice, it's fine. There's nothing there that makes me think these aren't going to last another 200 miles at least. And then the upper, other than it's a bit browner than white now.
Yeah, you can't really. Mine look really white in this. Yeah. In this light, but
yeah, they're fine, perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's just because of the material at the top, isn't it? That's like.
Yeah, so it's a sort of a remake of their fly knit. It's sort of a bit more of a tighter mesh, a bit sort of layered, which is beautiful, but it just traps all the dirt.
Yeah. So yeah, in terms of, and then cost.
I think these are marketed about 130, 140 £140, but to be honest, whoever buys trainers at full price, I think everyone's looking for a discount code or whatever, especially at the moment. But still, at that price, 140 quid, if you're going to get 500 good miles out of them and be injury free.
Okay, and last thing, who would you recommend these trainers to? Because I wouldn't, just because of the injury proof claims, I wouldn't recommend these to everyone. What type of runner would you sort of recommend these for?
Essentially, if you're looking for something that's going to be a little bit softer, something that can just absorb your extra mileage or your, I don't know, best way something, your Monday run, you know, it's not, you've done your long run on Sunday, you've got a session on Tuesday, Monday you're just going out, you're pounding the pavement for a few miles, maybe an hour, you just want something that's going to be kind to you and look after your feet. That's these. Yeah,
and I feel like we've been running a lot in these at the moment, just because at the moment we are just easy running. So for me, these have been perfect. And
well, for me, like shoe rotation is really important.
I wouldn't do any speed in them.
And a lot of people will know the Pegasus range, which I would use as a daily trainer. But as the Pegasus range is evolving, they're getting a little firmer, a little faster. They're still great all-day trainers, but if you just want that little bit softer, a little bit more of a hug for your feet, then
A hug
these.
for your feet, I like it. Okay, right, next we're moving on to the Nike VaporFly Next percent. You haven't had the 4%, have you?
No.
No.
So, my history, not a massive overpronator, but kind of neutral. But I've had lots of ankle problems, and the first look at the Nike Next percent scared me. I could almost feel my ankle breaking in them, which sounds really backwards when you look at these and you see the height that's on them. But the Nike Next percents, from what I understood, were a lot narrower. And let's be honest, I bought into the hype.
Yeah, so James...
It's not lie. Nike have marketed these shoes so very well.
Well, with all the races that were going on, with all of the athletes that were wearing them, yeah, the marketing was... And how these have been out for quite a long time now.
They came out just before London Marathon last year, didn't they? So about a year.
Oh, really, that long? So we got ours in October of last year.
September, October, yeah, this colourway came out.
So I was looking at buying a pair of Adidas. So before I've raced in Adidas Adizeros, which I've done...
Adios, Adizeros.
Pardon?
Adidas, Adios, Adizeros. Adizeros like a range, so you can have the Bostons or the Tacky Uni. I have
Yeah.
to learn this for the shoe reviews.
I know, I'm not very good at shoes.
why I'm here.
I just... They just look pretty and then I buy them. Or James buys them for me. So I was looking at buying another pair of Adidas for New York Marathon, and then James surprised me and bought us both a pair of the Next percent. So the
Really,
first...
I've just learned, if I buy myself a pair, I usually get in trouble, but if I buy two pairs, it's okay.
When's the next pair coming then?
It's definitely your turn to buy.
Oh, okay. So,
What do you guys want to see us review next? Let Katie know what she needs to buy me.
so Next percent are
They're a racing shoe. No doubt about it. They're a racing shoe.
yeah. So I have worn mine only for races. So I wore them a handful of times before the New York Marathon just to sort of break them in. But I must admit I didn't have to break them in that much to wear them.
No, I mean, different people have different schools of thought. Like, I know a lot of people that would run a marathon, not in a shoe like this, but would want to put 150, maybe 200 miles. I quite happily run in a pair of these box fresh on race day.
Yeah.
Bold statement. Probably shouldn't advertise that to people, but they could do. They're ready to go.
Yeah, it's not about not being able to, but it's just the risk of putting such a high risk on your race of wearing a new pair of shoes, where if you've trained in everything else, like kit and shoes, that's why people say not to...
They certainly don't need 100 miles.
No.
If you just want to have a little 5k jog out the day before or whatever, that's probably...
Yeah, so we only really wear these for racing, and we've done the odd session in them just because we haven't been able to get use out of them recently.
There's no races, is there?
Yeah, so we've just been wearing them. Now let's go through. So they look quite aesthetically pleasing. They have them in green as well.
Weirdly enough, when these first come out, the green colour, I wasn't that keen on them. I didn't like them, but they've massively grown on me. And obviously you've got a few different colourways now. There's a green pair, the Ekadin ones, which are like blue and orange kind of swap, a sail pair, white,
Yeah.
and then the VaporFly colourway has just come out. We're just about to come out, so black and green colour, which look pretty nice.
Yeah, so they're designed to typically be a racing shoe. Tell me a bit more about the material and the
I suppose
makes it
the
up.
main key selling point, or the main bit that makes it what it is the full length carbon fibre plate, which goes all the way, and that's wedged into this massive stack of Zoom X foam. So Zoom X is Nike's like best foam at the moment. It's light, really light and bouncy. I'm not going to do it now, but if I was to just boing the shoe down like that, it literally bounced back up. It's great. From what I understand, with the 4%, which was a little bit smaller, or sorry, thinner at the forefoot, the carbon fibre plate was quite close to the outsole. So after a marathon, as much as you're getting all the propulsion from the carbon fibre plate, your foot's also pounding into it, so you're getting quite a rough ride essentially. Whereas now the carbon fibre plate comes in quite high here and it curves round, so you're getting the real propulsion and real sort of spring and comfort as you're landing. So that's the sole and the midsole, and then on top here you've got Nike's Vapor Weave, which
it's very thin, isn't it?
Yeah, my spikes are Vapor Weave as well. I'm not sure what other shoes are, but it's almost like drawstring bag.
Yeah.
But once again, you look at this and you think, how can that be comfortable? How can that be strong? But nothing's ripping that. And you put it on your foot and it's beautiful. Your foot just molds into it. Once you're laced up and you're in, the shoe becomes part of you. And that's what you want it to feel like.
Yeah.
I've seen a few different people whinge about when you do the laces. Sometimes you might get a bit of crinkle, but I mean, if that bothers you,
yeah,
get over yourself.
So when I always put these on, I can feel the foam and I can feel the height. It does feel like it does make me. So again, at first they've made me feel clumpy, and you can. I as well, like sometimes I felt a bit not embarrassed to wear them at races, but you know, people then start looking at the shoe. But then obviously when you're in a race, it kind of just doesn't, you don't even think about it. But to me,
I think you'd feel more embarrassed at the moment if you weren't wearing Nikes in a race. You kind of look down at everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
sea of pink and green.
I wouldn't say they're for everyone, but I must admit that I was very sceptical about the shoe. But every race that I have done, I have definitely felt a benefit from them. I think the biggest benefit that I've found is that my legs have not fatigued as much. So I've done like a couple of fast 5Ks in them. Like we did the Valencia 10K and then I did the New York Marathon, and I have felt like that because of that makes
the carbon fibre plate basically propels you forward.
Yeah, and I've just felt like that's the biggest benefit, is that my legs have not fatigued.
Yeah, and also this wedge of ZMax foam is absorbing a lot of shock.
Yeah. I haven't, and as well, the only thing is that I'll leave a link, but I did a test on a treadmill with these and a few other pairs of trainers, and the motion metrics said that I was least efficient in these, which I find a bit weird because I've done some really good times in them. But I think that might have been down to running on a treadmill versus running on a road.
Think, like you just said, they feel clumpy earlier, and just to clarify what that means, essentially these shoes are meant for you running at your best. When you're running efficient, when you're running full stride, these shoes will help you. These shoes will love it. These shoes will go into auto drive. When you're plodding around in a warm up or walking around, these shoes do not want to do that. They want to spring forward. They want you to land sort of in your mid to forefoot. They want to go fast.
Yeah.
So like for me, big half, last race we ran before all this happened, these were a delight to wear for the 13 miles. But the second I was walking back afterwards to get my bag and stuff, I just wanted them off my feet. Because that flat feeding on the carbon fibre plate and walking just wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong, these are a comfortable shoe, but they didn't want to do that and my feet didn't want them anymore.
So essentially they're just designed to run fast in.
That's 100% what they're designed for.
We saw people though at New York walking in them in the Marathon Expo. I was like, you are wasting money just by wearing them on your feet.
Well, that just brings us to our next point, doesn't it? So durability of these shoes. So I'm up to 77 miles, which I would say 76 of them are racing or running fast. A mile of, I don't know, a bit of warming up or whatever. And for me, the wear's not that bad.
No.
You know, there's a whole lot of rubber here on the forefoot. Yeah, it's wearing away on the toe off. But there's still, if I was to get another 80 miles out of this and take them up to 160, that is what this says on the tin they're going to do.
Yeah, so the cost, they're like how much are they?
240, 250 pounds.
250 pounds.
Which is costly.
But say that would be like 10 marathons, for example. Yeah. And then so that's 20 something pound per marathon, essentially. We spend that on, say, like nutrition. no, like just even like smaller than that. You spend like up to 20 quid on your nutrition for a race. So spending 20 pounds on a pair of shoes, and then if you break that down, you're going to get more races. If you only race 10Ks and half marathons, you're going to get the wear out of them. So like I followed a blogger once that said about like a really expensive dress they bought, but they were like cost per wear. So they just made sure that they bought an expensive dress, but they wore it at lots of different occasions, styled it in different ways to get the cost, like the wear out of it.
Listen, it's an expensive shoe, but shoes aren't going to get any cheaper. Shoes are coming out at £200. That's the price we're going to pay. that doesn't mean the shoe's for everyone. But if you want to spend £240 and you want the best for a race day and it works for you, why the hell not?
Cool. Any last thoughts on them? So who are they for? They
are for someone who wants to get the best out of themselves at race day. These shoes are not going to make you fast. These shoes do not create mechanical doping. These shoes, all that bad press. These shoes do not have an engine. These shoes do not have a battery. Do these shoes help me run faster in them? Yes.
Yeah.
Can I run fast without training? No.
Yeah.
But, you know, at what point do we not want to give ourselves the edge? Whether it be wearing the best running kit or the best gels for us or the best nutrition, or why does that have to stop at shoes?
Yeah. So the Infinity React's good for daytime use, good for people that want that bit of extra support but more of a neutral gait. Next Percent's good for those that want that extra edge on race day and that have the budget to spend a little bit more.
Just want to go fast.
Just want to go fast. So
and fast is also subjective, you know. Everyone's fast is different to someone else's fast.
Yeah.
So don't let that scare you. They're not an elite shoe.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope that you enjoyed the shoe review. Let us know your thoughts, and obviously if you want to see more of this, let us
Katie know what shoes to buy next.
There we are. So yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you all in the next one.